Hey guys, this is Ben with Tilmor, and today we're going to show you how to remove and install the rear wheels on your 520 tractor. But before we get started, let's go ahead and disconnect the battery, the battery disconnect switch, and set your parking brake. For this, when you're removing your wheels, make sure that you're on a nice flat level ground. If you feel like you're on a little bit of a slope, maybe put a block in front of your front wheels or behind your front wheels. So once it's up on the jack, we don't want it to move back and forth and potentially fall. So next we'll come back here and we'll get our jack. And we got a 2x4 on the end of the jack to give us a little bit more height. And there's a main cross tube here. That's what we're going to be jacking up on. Get it centered on there, and you obviously see center of the tractor is basically where the rear hitch is at. But go ahead and jack it up. All right, once you got the tractor jacked up, you want to go ahead and slide your jack stands in, and we want to put the jack stands on the same tube that your jack is on. You want to let it down real slow because you will have to adjust the jack stands. Alrighty, get them set on there nice and square. Make sure it's good and sturdy. And if you notice, we have the wheels are just barely off the ground. We don't want them real far off the ground because that wheel could fall down and land on us, but let's just keep them off the ground a little bit. We'll come over here. We'll get our impact. We'll pull our lugs off. We're going to pull them all off except one for now. Then what you want to do is just kind of hold it, just kind of brace your knee against it and make sure that it's good and solid on there when we remove our last one. Get your last one off of there. Never grab inside the rim because once it slides down it could smash your fingers. Also, some tractors you'll notice will have another piece here on the fender. Never stick your hand in there either. So you want to get your hands down here, get them on the tread, and just roll it. Let it slide right off the spindle just like that. Because if your hands are up here, it could flip out and smash your fingers, or it could smash your fingers up there on the final drive. So once we get it off of there, just slide it out and roll it up here out of the way. And now we're ready to start working under here. All right, now after you've completed your task, let's go ahead and let's put the wheel back on. I'm going to work the wheel in as close as possible. Set it under. If you're right-handed, put your stick or pry bar or whatever you got in your right hand. Stick your left foot under the back of the wheel. Just kind of pick it up and roll it on. Just like that. Kind of got to get everything working together. And then you can kind of hold it up here, hold it down here. If your fender has that piece in it, I wouldn't recommend putting your hand up there. Mine does not. So you just kind of roll it with your stick there until the holes line up. Go ahead and get one in. At least snug it up. Second one in. All right, now It can't fall off. So another reason why I don't pick it far up off the ground is if something does happen and it does fall, it doesn't fall a long ways or fall on you. So let's get all the lug bolts started here. Basically, when you tighten them, you want to go in a star pattern. That way it tightens the wheel evenly. It doesn't pull it all to the back side or all to the front side. So we've done these two. Let's go back here. And I always snug them one more time. Once you have it tightened with the impact, it's secure on there. Let's go ahead and let's jack up our tractor and get it off our jack stands. Pull our stands out of the way. Go ahead and let the tractor down. After you got the tractor sitting on the ground, with your park brake set, we'll go ahead and we'll torque all the bolts to 130 foot-pounds. All right, that's it, guys. That's removing and reinstalling the rear wheels on your Tilmor 520 tractor. Anything that we went over today, it's in your owner's manual. It's also in our service manual online, so you can refer to it there. But if there's anything else that we can help you with, please let us know. Thank you.